In a fresh spate of growing mob violence in Pakistan and Bangladesh, mobs attacked various outlets of foreign companies such as KFC and BATA in Karachi and Dhaka. Those visuals, viewers, tell you exactly what we are talking, which is mobs protesting against, or at least that's what their argument is, that they are protesting against American and Israeli policies in Gaza. These are protests in favor of Gazans, if you want to believe that. Protesters armed with sticks and stones vandalized businesses. So far, 10 people have been arrested in Pakistan, 72 in Bangladesh in connection with this violence. The attacks comes after a strike in Karachi organized by traders to align with a global call for solidarity with Palestinians and to protest actions against Gaza. Governments have assured that the situation is under control, but viewers, you can see those visuals. And that further action would be taken against those instigating violence. Now, such violence signals a breakdown of law and order in these countries, and that's exactly what I'm going to now be discussing. I want to put out those big questions for this story. To talk more on this, as mob violence peaks in Bangladesh, Pakistan, we ask that is mob violence growing unabated in these countries? Next up, why are Pakistan and Bangladesh actually facing such a law and order crisis? Why is there a complete breakdown of law and order in these countries? Next up, why are they really vandalizing foreign companies? Who stands to benefit from this? Who are they helping with such acts of vandalism? And lastly, are governments in fact completely incapable of cracking down against mobs? Because this can't happen unless the government is incapable of addressing this. And that's exactly what I'm going to ask Faisal Mahmud, who's joining me. He's the Minister of Press, Bangladesh High Commission, joining me on the broadcast. Faisal, now, those visuals at some level really tell the story that there is complete vandalism on the streets right now, and it looks like this is a solidarity call in support of Gazans. Do you really think so?
Thank you, Gaurie. So, in case you forget, let me remind you one thing. There is a genocide going on in Gaza, right? And hundreds and thousands of Bangladeshi people are protesting on the streets and holding march in support of the Palestinian people. And I'm surprised that
that's not
you
a march,
have
that's
picked this
vandalism.
angle.
Faisal, that's not a march, that's vandalism.
As I mentioned, that hundreds and thousands of people are doing that, and you have picked up like hundreds of, less than 100 of people are vandalizing and looting in some northeastern parts of Bangladesh, and that's your angle?
No, I have no angle. I am just showing those visuals. I have no angle. I'm just showing those visuals, and I'm asking you.
I'm surprised that you have completely evaded the angle that hundreds and thousands of people are protesting against a genocide.
Mr. Mahmud, I have one question. Very simple.
Yes.
Do you think that this vandalism is supporting your cause for Gazans?
I'm not talking about vandalism. I'm trying to focusing on other angles, like hundreds and thousands of people have protested. That's the angle, like hundreds and thousands of people are protesting in solidarity with Gaza. I think you are cherry picking here.
No, I'm not cherry picking. I'm just showing you the visuals. You can see that. Let's play them full frame. Let's play them full frame because I'm sure
you haven't picked other visuals where hundreds of thousands of people are protesting peacefully. You haven't picked that visuals.
No, this is peaceful vandalism.
Your cause.
This is peaceful vandalism.
Let me assure you. Listen. Your TV and the other Indian media as a whole have been saying that Bangladesh has plunged into a complete chaos. So by that standard, that little visuals is nothing, right? They're just looting and 70 people have already been arrested. So you are cherry-picking these visuals by bypassing the very
Mr.
fact
Mahmud,
that hundreds of thousands of people are protesting.
Mr. Mahmud, hear yourself.
I think
you are saying this is just vandalism. Just hear yourself.
No,
people's livelihoods get impacted.
As per your TV statement, Bangladesh has plunged into a complete chaos, right?
No.
So on your note,
wait. I said.
I think this
no. Wait. I said. One of the questions I asked, I can play those again.
Yes.
The question I asked was, is there a crisis of law and order? Question.
No, there
is
isn't.
The government not capable of addressing? Those are questions, Mr. Mahmud, that I'm asking.
There is an international business investment summit going on in Bangladesh, and investors from more than 30 countries are out there. So we are very concerned about what sort of image that we want to project in front of the world. So we have already arrested 72 people. And this incident is a very isolated one. It happened in a northeastern part of Bangladesh. But what I'm trying to focus, instead of showing like hundreds and thousands of people are protesting against a genocide. You cherry pick one incident and say that Bangladesh
It's
has
not a
plunged
single
into further
incident, sir.
chaos.
It's not a single incident. I'm not cherry picking. You
I'm
are.
Surprised by your,
let me.
I'm surprised by your.
Let
news
me.
choice,
Let
to
me
be
then
honest.
ask you another question. What kind of a
Yes.
message does this vandalism send to all those investors who are in Bangladesh?
I know this is a very bad message, but the government has already addressed that. They've arrested 72 people within very quick time. And I mean, we have been able to give that message that, okay, if you invest here, your investments are protected because we are very serious about it. But again, I cannot assure that these little incidents cannot happen when there is a genocide going on in other parts of the world. And this incident doesn't speak of like what in general Bangladeshi people are protesting about. I mean, as I told you, like hundreds and thousands of people are protesting in other parts of Bangladesh. And those are largely peaceful protests,
I've taken
right?
your point, and I'm giving you uninterrupted airtime, right? You can at least give me credit for that. Then let me ask you another question, which is my final question on this, which is that what assurances will the Bangladeshi government give to all those investors who are evaluating Bangladesh right now, given that this is happening?
First of all, Bangladesh has transformed into a democracy from an autocratic regime. That's an assurance itself. And now we are being hemmed by a person who has probably the biggest global reputation as a Bangladeshi in the world. So I think that's sort of assurance that we can give, that if you invest here in Bangladesh, it's protected. And this isolated incident doesn't portray the real Bangladesh right now.
The fact that it's actually spreading from Karachi to Bangladesh itself indicates that there is some sort of a pattern
Karachi
here.
thing with Bangladesh, it clearly speaks of that you have already picked up one particular angle that you want to portray, right?
I'm not picking up
As
any
I
angle,
mentioned.
sir. I'm giving you all the time. You are responding. I'm giving you uninterrupted time.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Final question, 30 seconds.
Okay, yes.
Final question, 30 seconds. What will be your message to the mobs who are vandalizing?
Don't do that again. We'll take stern action.
Okay, let's leave it there. Thanks much for joining me. Well, bottom line, viewers, is that at the end of the day, are these mobs doing the Gazans a favor by vandalizing companies? Who wins after companies are vandalized? Because livelihoods are lost. The nations, whether you talk about Bangladesh or Pakistan, they're going through precarious economic turmoil. And in that case, vandalism leads to livelihoods being lost. And these mobs, unfortunately, have nothing to do with Gaza. It's only about two things. It could be about hatred when it comes to Israel, but more importantly, it's about breakdown when it comes to the law and order machinery, collapse of an administrative machinery and mechanism in place, and law and order. Whatever is the remaining economic cycle that these countries have right now would also be very significantly compromised if these mobs are not checked.